So first of all, congratulations to the both of you.
Thank you.
Being a part of season 2. This show, it goes to so many places and takes the audience to so many places, a lot of which are very uncomfortable. How would you describe the places that the audience is going to journey to in this second season?
There's just I think there's an importance to tell this story in an entirety, or the complexities within this story, I think, just are all needing to be a part of it. You couldn't tell it without really tapping into every element of it. And that is the joy within learning this story. I think we're seeing our history and learning so much that we have been hungry and starving for so many years. And to be able to really have this experience and opportunity to share this now, and that will, I think, leave a legacy to be continued to I know there are so many schools that are already wanting this material to share within their classes, and that's awesome to know that what we are, season 2 really kind of thematically deals with reading.
Right.
And we have one character, Daniel, who's played by Bokeem Woodbine, who is learning how to read and then going and teaching others how to read. There's a price to be paid by doing that, but it's just really awesome to be able to peel back every layer and share this.
It's very fascinating. And what you said, to follow up what you said, just about the schools and the way that, this history has almost been swept under the rug or kind of brushed over very quickly. So there's so much more that we're able to unravel when it comes to it. When it comes to the characters like Harriet Tubman and the Frederick Douglasses, in a sense, you're able to breathe like life back into them and just give them so much gravitas. So when it comes to what you're learning about the attributes of them through your research, like what is something that surprised you about these people, looking back on it, 200 years later and reliving them?
Underground offers such a great opportunity to dig into the depths and the details of so many characters, and one like Harriet Tubman, it makes you feel like you're having a fully fleshed out encounter with someone who has largely lived in the pages of history books, which are few, and in these portraits, that we sort of idolize. And so it definitely humanizes and gives dimension to this woman who we learn about, who she loved and why she loved and how long she loved and how she loved and how hard, and what that informed. We learn about what informs her taking this journey, and how she found the courage and to go back again and again and again, the reasons why she does that. We learn about, her relationship with her family, and we learn that she has siblings. We learn about, is she a daddy's girl or a mommy's girl? Just the idea that once upon a time she was a little girl, and what we learn about her as a little girl is so informative to who she becomes as a woman. And that is so beautiful to see and to learn and to understand, because it's so important for this generation to understand that there are some little girls now who embody the spirit and the courage and the power of Harriet Tubman. And what a time do we need that kind of hero to emerge once again.
For sure. To wrap it up, just, Underground is so much about the past as it is the present. So it's exciting to see that it's coming during a time when, people really need to hear it. It deals a lot with the psychology of the slave mentality during those days. Given what you now understand about the mentality of the slave, in what ways do you see that today still in existence? To kind of follow up on that, Steve Harvey was recently called a house Negro for going and speaking with the President of the United States. Do you feel like he was betraying them, just given the psychology of what you now understand about slavery?
This country was built on the foundation of slavery. And so much of the way it governs itself, so much of humanity moves in a way by which the country was founded, consciously and subconsciously, and so there's arguments for both sides of that kind of claim against Steve Harvey. We do things that we don't even realize we're doing, which is why it's so important to engage this history, to understand, and give context to the psychology of what informs our current psychology, and also to learn about the heroes who were able to transcend this thing called slavery. You know, that in the pursuit of freedom, freedom is not a geographical point on the map. It's a system, you know, and so we're still very much in pursuit of freedom, because what we're trying to do is break down a system that could even ever threaten that anybody could be in any level of bondage, whether emotional bondage, financial bondage, psychological bondage, spiritual bondage. And so the fight continues.
Yes. Well, I appreciate you guys fighting the fight through your work as actors, so I appreciate all that you do. We look forward to a lot more of your work, so thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you again.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.